Hey guys, welcome back to Cajun Horror Talk. I'm Jay.
And Ross.
Today we're talking about 2016's Incarnate.
Help me.
So, grab a beer, grab a cup of coffee.
Let's talk horror.
All right, guys. Incarnate. We're looking at a runtime of 1 hour and 27 minutes. Made on a budget of $5 million and only grossed $9 million.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of surprising.
Yeah. So, Aaron Eckhart plays Dr. Ember.
Okay.
Carice Van Houten plays Lindsay.
Houten?
Yep. Catalina Sandino Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plays Camila.
Yeah, she fucking does.
David Mazouz plays Cameron.
How did that dude not go work?
Keir O'Donnell plays Oliver. Matt Nable plays Dan, and Emily Jackson plays Riley. So, plot of this movie, guys. It is an Exorcist movie.
Fuck this little kid.
Yeah.
Creepy ass little kid.
But this is an Exorcist movie
man.
like you've never fucking seen before.
This is the Exorcist movie if it was filmed by National Geographic.
Yes.
That's what this movie is.
This is The Exorcist meets Inception.
Yes, it is. Really is. I love movies that that start off really, really strong, and as soon as the little boy was attacked by this woman, and when she,
Which didn't realize it was a woman, by the way.
I didn't know.
Oh.
But he gets her and he snaps her fucking neck, and I went, what the fuck? What just happened here? Because here's my problem. I went into this one. I wanted to try something new. I went in completely blind.
Yeah.
I didn't look at a trailer. I had no idea what this movie was even about.
Oh, you hadn't watched it yet?
Nope. I had
really?
no idea what this movie. I love
this movie.
I went in
People
completely.
shit on it, but I
went
love
in completely fucking blind, and right out of the gate, it got my attention. I was like, "What the fuck just happened? That little kid just snapped her neck. What the hell is going on in this fucking movie?"
Fuck that eyes turning black shit. I'm just letting you know right now.
Oh yeah, you're dead, sir.
Oh, dude.
We cool. Your eyes turn black and you start talking shit to me. You're dying.
Oh, dude. It looks like a fucking great white shark. That's what it reminds me of. Like a fucking great white.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very creepy. Very fucking well done.
I enjoyed the shit. I love the concept of it that he doesn't exorcise people using scripture.
It's not a religious exorcism.
No,
it's exorcism from a scientific standpoint, which is so fucking weird.
He looks at it as an infection.
Yeah.
And he goes into your subconscious, puts himself on the verge of dying, goes into your subconscious, and rids you of the infection.
Well, I'm glad to know that at the end of the Dark Knight that fall didn't actually kill Two-Face. He's just in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's just in a wheelchair.
He's just in a wheelchair now. We can see Two-Face. Great job, dude. I loved your character in this movie.
Dude, Aaron Eckhart's great and everything. All his shit's underrated, man.
Fucking amazing actor. He really, truly is.
He's so underrated. His movie's underrated. I, Frankenstein, you ever seen it?
I've not seen that yet.
People shit on it, but I fucking love that movie. It's one of those, it's the same thing as this. It's one of those movies where it's a horror movie, but this isn't full horror. It's kind of like Darkness Falls.
Okay.
People shit on that one. I love that movie. It's like a mix of action and drama and fucking horror, and it's really good.
This one was like I would almost put this more like a psychological type of shit. I loved the scientific aspect where you're witnessing a fucking presence, but you're not looking at it as a demon because he doesn't believe in the religious faction of it.
Yeah.
He's looking at it as it's energy and it's stuff that we all emit.
Yeah.
And they pointed out like this is the energy that is within you that some people call the soul, some people call the chi, some people, this is your energy that's attached to you. It's unique to you. And this is the infection. It's an outside source that is infecting your presence.
Some people call them demons. He gives a whole bunch of different names for the demons.
It's fucking. I loved the concept of it. I really
it's
did.
Great. Like I said, I can't say enough about. I like the idea of someone going into the subconscious and physically battling the demon.
Yeah, dude, that was the transitions were fucking amazing. I didn't know what the fuck was going on whenever I first met him.
Oh, when he was in the nightclub.
When he was in the nightclub and shit, I was like, okay, because at first I was like, is this the alcoholic father? Like, why am I seeing this dude? What is going on here? And he walks up and then he starts explaining to the guy who's in his it's almost like a trance or coma like state that you're in.
Right. Look,
I'm telling you, leave me there. I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm a big shot here. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm surrounded by women in a bar that I own. Leave me alone.
I'm just saying, just to fuck with you. There's a quote in this fucking movie that I stopped and wrote down.
What
Because
was
at
it?
one point he says it feels real, but it isn't real.
Yeah. Oh, just like
your marriage.
Oh, I was actually going to go with plastic surgery. Like,
no, I was going with your marriage.
Going with my marriage. Yeah. It felt real.
I was watching it with a couple of people, and I'm like, oh. And I heard they're like, what? I'm like, it feels real, but it isn't. That's like Ross's marriage.
Yeah, it felt real. It was not, guys. It was a sham. The whole thing was a fucking sham. Didn't find out right away, but there it was. I was thinking it feels real, but it's not. I immediately thought plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Because you know where my mind is. My mind's like titty every time. I had to sneak it in somewhere because the last 6 movies we had have not had a single nude scene in them.
None
of the movies we've watched.
True.
You know what? I applaud you guys.
Yes,
Thank you for
very
making
well
the fucking
done.
movies. We had a conversation on one of our last podcasts about the unnecessary bullshit. If I want to see titties, I'm gonna watch porn.
Yeah.
I don't need it in my horror movies.
That's it.
If there's a reason for it, sure. But
and like I said, I could see it in the '80s because you
were trying to attract the young guys.
Yeah, get them into the theater seats. But today it's more about story and about because anybody can stream a fucking movie now.
Yeah,
you know
anybody.
So
you can stream.
You don't have to worry about
getting
them in there. Not to mention, you can get enough of it, like you said, on your phone.
Yeah, I know.
And see a lot more than just.
I don't know if
titties.
you guys have known this, but we have smartphones now, and they're fucking amazing. We're talking hands-free porn. This is like culture-changing technology. Yeah. This is fantastic.
Yeah. You don't have to go into the back room and look like a fucking weirdo.
When I was a kid, the computer was in a room.
Yeah.
You had to go to the computer room. And if your mom had to make a long-distance phone call, you weren't sneaking on the fucking phone.
I was thinking even older than that when you had to, like the rental stores, you had to go in the back room like a fucking weirdo.
I've never done that. I've bought.
I think they were mostly gone by the time I turned 18. Was old enough to go back there.
I'm about to say I've bought Playboys.
I've seen guys go in there.
Yeah. Oh,
I've seen people go. It's just you look at them different. When
they're all Pee Wee Herman fans.
Yeah. When they walk out, everybody has that look where they walk out and they kind of
eyeball and make sure nobody's fucking looking at them.
Did it left and right look?
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'm just gonna leave
and make no eye contact with anybody as you walk out.
Oh, I love the fact that they kind of went on the he's not a hero. He had an ulterior motive for going after the demon. It wasn't him just being, I'm going to save this child.
Dude, it's just me that kid and the mom look ridiculously like his wife and child.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was just tripping, but no, they did a lot.
Like a lot.
A whole. I think that was probably a little nod to the storyline to kind of get him.
I guess. Yeah. Get him invested.
Kind of make him invested because they remind him so much of his family that he lost.
I, from Jump Street, thought that fucking chick from the Vatican was a bad guy.
I did too. She gave off immediate bad guy vibes.
Look, I got close friends who work in the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends from high school is a priest.
Yeah.
Most chicks who look like that don't go work for the church.
No, they do not.
This sounds misogynistic, but I'm sorry.
No, there's
most chicks that look like that don't go work for the Vatican.
No. they really don't. Somebody send me a picture of a hot girl that works for the Vatican because I've yet to see one in my lifetime.
Right? Oh man, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's not really from there. She doesn't look frumpy at all.
Yeah, no, she's off the fucking street. She's coming trying to pass some shit up. But I love the fact.
Dude,
that
did you see the eyes that priest gave him when he walked in to go?
Yeah.
Like that priest couldn't come out and say "fuck you."
Oh, he
wanted to.
He fucking wanted to. They priests, I'm sure priests curse at points.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, yeah.
But not straight up fuck you, though.
No.
That'd be fucking,
Step off, Hot Wheels.
That'd be fucking great, though. I loved after when he saves the first guy. He's like, you need to jump out the window. Fuck that. No.
Yeah. How do you talk them into that?
No. That's like basically he's leading a subconscious suicide cult. He's just going in and making a bunch of people jump out a window.
Right.
That's what's happening.
Well, how much does that fuck your head up? You jump out of this window in your dream and you wake up and you're floating at the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Holy shit! You come down on top of a fucking.
You ever had that feeling when you're falling asleep sleep and it feels like you're falling? You jerk up.
Yeah.
I was told whenever I was young that's because a guardian angel was coming to take you up to heaven and they slipped and dropped you. And I've never slept right since then.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Thanks, Grandpa.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
They were coming to take my soul, but they slipped. They slipped and I fell back into my body. Yeah. And I haven't slept right since. Thanks. That's why I have fucking sleeping disorders. Thank you, Grandpa. I appreciate that.
I always heard the old thing like if you ever it's one thing for the fall. If you ever hit, you'll die.
Fuck that too. There's nothing good about that.
That was the thing I heard when I was a kid.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot who told me that, but yeah, that falling feeling you get when you're about to fall asleep. If you ever, that's okay. But if you ever hit before you wake up, you'll die.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the demon would have had my child. Because there's not a single fucking person that can walk up to my son and be like, he's not your dad. Come with me. My son's 8 years old. This kid was 11 in this fucking movie. My kid's like, no, he's my dad. Get away from me.
Fuck you.
What's wrong with me?
Right?
Like, Dad, there's some weird old guy over here you need to beat up. Okay.
Dude, here's my thing.
Dad, your eyes are black. We need to get you help. Okay, let's go, son.
I love my kid. Love my kid. But if fucking Satan's inside of him, he's not staying in the bedroom.
No.
There wasn't a church or something you could bring him to?
You could drop him off with like at a fucking fire station.
He's somebody else's problem now.
He's not my problem no more.
Dude,
Who's
think
that?
about
He's
it.
the devil.
Yeah, this is Lucifer.
Yeah. We call him Lou for short. He's got a bad temperament. Don't mix up his food.
Yeah, but dude, don't give him holy water. It's the smokes. Dude,
I wonder what his explanation in this movie, if he's looking at this from a scientific standpoint. Now, you and I have both seen many, many exorcism movies, and holy water is always a big fucking thing. At the very fucking end, where he put the cross in the demon's mouth, what would be his scientific explanation for the demon bursting into flames? Because
everything has power, and faith is another form of power, and love is another form of power.
Okay. So you think that would be enough to...
It's an interdimensional being who comes in. Yeah. Now look, I am straight ripping this off of... it's a series of books called the Dresden Files.
Okay.
And in that book, he's a wizard, but like every faction is represented. Yeah, I know. Every faction is represented where faith has its own power in and of itself. To where
that makes sense.
It is an interdimensional being, and the power of the faith hurts it.
And see, that's where the line between the demon and the interdimensional being kind of it blurs weirdly in this movie. But why was the demon able to impersonate the priest? To look just like the fucking priest after he killed the priest, put the priest's body in the fucking crate.
It wasn't a priest. It was the other priest. It was the other guy in the containment unit. Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't. It was a different person. Gotcha.
Here's the thing. Okay, the priest who trains him has taken this other guy who's been been fucking infested or been possessed. Yeah. And he's got him in this fucking lab setting.
Yeah, that like a lab rat. That was weird.
Why are you taking advice from a demon?
That was weird. Yeah, especially you're a man of the cloth. You're a priest. Why are you?
You know hell lies,
and you know that you shouldn't be
trusting anything that fucking creature says.
Absolutely fucking nothing. He looks strung the fuck out too. How many possessed people are in a small little town?
Right.
I'm not going there. Where the fuck was this at? I'm not driving through there.
Right.
At all. Fuck that and everything it stands for. Because that dude, apparently, the demon which I like that they did that as well in the movie, is they downplayed the demon's strength. They said that the demon was weak.
Yeah.
And they called it a parasite. They said that it can only attack like old and feeble or young kids, people who are weakened.
Yes.
And then it would feed off of their life force.
Which I always thought was, oh shit, you're in a wheelchair, homie.
Yeah, I thought that too. You're disabled. But he definitely made sure that we knew he was not weak when he decided to pick a fight with a dude's alcoholic father in a bar.
Yeah.
How you get beat up by a dude in a wheelchair?
No shit, Look, again, not to fuck with people in wheelchairs.
No, absolutely fucking not.
But I'll lock your brakes and fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but at that point you grab him by the throat, pull back.
Yeah.
Which if you pull back, he's still holding on. He's coming forward. He's out the chair. Yeah. You've got the upper hand, homie. I don't understand how you get beat up by a man in a wheelchair. I don't. Sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody who's
really
wheelchair
not.
bound.
We're really not.
Wheelchair bound, but I mean,
but it's like getting fucked up by a shark on land.
That's exactly what it's like. Sharknado. This is my problem with fucking Sharknado. Just fucking move. You don't have to stand there. Move. I don't understand this shit in movies, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
I would bring this shit back to Sharknado.
Because that's what the fuck happened.
That's what's going to save the part 2. Sharknado 6 has time travel.
Sharknado 6 has time travel. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Please don't waste your time. Do not waste your time.
Oh man!
But I love the woman from the Vatican who apparently, after you send so many priests and they keep failing, at what point are you like, okay, we need to get like some high roller motherfucker to come in here.
Let's bring him to Italy.
Let's bring him straight to the fucking horse's mouth. Let's go all the way to fucking Vatican City. There's enough holy people in there. We should be able to drive this out.
A couple of cardinals, possibly a pope.
But instead, let's go to the. He's like a pharmaceutical street junkie guy. And they're like, you know what? We got the professionals, but they couldn't do it. So we're going to go to this dude who does this as a hobby.
Yeah.
He seems like he knows what he's doing. Let's get him in there.
Yeah, it's like a sideline gig.
It's like when you get a meth head to peel an orange. They're really good. I don't know if you know that. They can peel oranges really well.
Well done, sir. Yeah.
But it's like I just don't understand why you're going to.
It's like getting Michael Myers to debone a ham.
Yes. See, like, yeah, there you go. But like, why fucking if you have the guys from your work for the Vatican, you should be in touch with enough powerful. Get a team of exorcists and go in there like fucking no holds barred and let's do it.
Yeah. Let's
I don't
load
know
up
what
on
church you
holy
belong
water.
to, man, but get some super soakers filled with holy water, like in fucking
Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn, and go in there and fuck shit up.
Right.
Like get a bunch of holy men.
Well, then apparently this thing has like there's a timeline that they have to get this shit done with.
Yeah, and I don't.
Because it's feeding off of his energy.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
I understand it. It's okay.
I'm good. I'm actually that makes sense.
From a scientific standpoint, yeah, but it felt like a very rushed way to put a time clock on it.
Yeah, I guess.
It felt like a really rushed way to build. It seemed like something that was put there because they didn't have enough tension built up. So they had to put a fucking, you need to do it by then. Right? That's like the Babysitter 2. We need to finish this by sunrise.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Where did you read this? Yeah. We got to complete this ritual. What's with Samara Weaving? What is going on with the movies you're in?
Yeah, time limits on every
Some of the time limits. God damn. What is happening?
But okay, so what do you think about the ending?
Depends. There's things that I enjoyed about it. There's things I didn't. I was not.
What did you think about the thing of the touching? Physical contact passes it.
I didn't care for that aspect. I really didn't.
I didn't mind it because if you think about it, okay, if you look at the soul,
from what they're referring to it as a parasite,
and if you look at it as like the soul, the chi, the aura, whatever.
Yeah.
Therefore, if that's all one thing.
Yeah.
And your aura, your chi, your soul. Wouldn't your aura and your soul have to touch each other for that parasite to move from one form to the other?
I guess so, but I mean, this movie was done in 2016. This movie wouldn't have a fucking leg to stand on in 2020. Social distancing fucks this movie up. Social distancing completely ends this movie. It's not even a fucking movie anymore.
You say that, but if social distancing was really a thing, then Corona would have ended like 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's true. But I definitely think social distancing fucks up the timeline of this movie.
Exactly. So so ending.
Okay, I was not at all confused about the him waking up in the hospital. I'm like, nah, he's fine. You didn't get me on that. You didn't get me on that. I was like, nah, there's no fucking way. He's trapped in a fucking thing. I called this from Jump Street.
I knew exactly how he was gonna find it too, because he was gonna look at the clocks and realize that the time
because
hasn't changed.
They had made it already a point in that movie.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
No, yeah, I knew that. I was like, yeah, that's he's full of shit. So he finally fucking realizes. Which, by the way, if you've been doing this long enough that there should be some red flags immediately, and you should be, you guys are dead.
Yeah.
I remember you being dead. Fuck. I'm stuck in here.
Well,
you think
at
like
the
that
same
would be a real
time,
thing?
it's what he wants the most. It's that it never all really happened. He was just knocked out. He woke up
that's
out of a
what
coma.
the demons are trying to give him.
All
What he wants the most.
all
to
the
keep him in
bad
there.
things that's happened in that span was just a dream.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
now
nightmare.
at this point, his and the little boy's souls are both being held captive.
No, I think it had already released the boy by the time I grabbed him.
No, he still had the little boy in the room when he goes to jump out the window.
Yeah, but the little boy wasn't possessed no more.
He wasn't possessed. He was still attached.
Yeah.
I know where you're going as far as the ending, the self-sacrifice.
Well, not just that. They kind of ripped that shit off.
Well, yeah.
That's Father
straight
Ferris
from the fucking Exorcist.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the fucking demon and jump out the window and die.
Yeah.
And he didn't die.
There was no jumping.
There was no.
If he could have got a running start, maybe it would have worked.
He needs a ramp for his wheelchair, and he could have fucking did a big ass jump out the window and landed on some shit.
That's his problem.
Yeah. So, who the fuck are you to tell the EMTs to shock him again?
Dude, right?
Who the fuck are you?
Why are you trying to save him? He was possessed.
You sit there, you look cute, and you let the credits roll. Shut up. We don't need any more fucking... Hit him again!
Now you have a fucking archdemon high up in the fucking Vatican.
Yeah. See, part 2 of this is a fucked up ass part. Because you have access to the Vatican. You have a direct line to the big dude. The Pope.
Yeah.
At some point, you know somebody who talks to the Pope. You touch this person, that person touches the Pope. The Pope's the Antichrist, and we're all fucking dying.
Right.
You caused the end of the world. Right. That's what happened. Just let the man die.
That's why hot women don't work for the Vatican.
That's why hot women, because you caused the ending of the fucking world.
All right. Are you ready to be pissed off?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
You know what Rotten Tomatoes scored this movie?
That's got to be in the fucking 80s.
17%.
All right, Rotten Tomatoes, none of you guys have reached out to us. For the love of God, please explain to me in the comments, what are y'all rating shit on?
What are you looking for?
What the fuck do you want?
How original can you get? I know a lot of people compare it. They're saying they ripped off of Inception.
Yeah, and I get that to an extent, but I mean, dude, most fucking ideas have been done at some point, one way or fucking another. You're not getting around that.
But to incorporate the Inception idea with exorcism, is fucking phenomenal.
I still harp on. I love the fact that they approached exorcism from a scientific standpoint on an exorcism where it wasn't a religious fucking thing. I enjoyed that.
You want to be even more thrown off?
You can't tell me that the audience score is lower than 17.
No, but it's only 24.
Okay, you people suck.
24%.
Stop rating things.
Dude, what the shit?
Okay, here's what I want. This is a challenge that we're throwing to you from Cajun Hard Talk because we have a couple of people who work for Rotten Tomatoes that are actually subscribers of ours and follow us. So here's what I want. I want all of you fuckers to go to Pornhub.com and start rating porn videos because I'm really interested in how the hell y'all are going to rate these things. What are you looking for that y'all are so pissed off about some really meaningless crap, and y'all are taking massive points away from this movie that was a really good movie, really well done movie. I don't know if I'm actually giving it a 40.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 40 as well.
I'm giving it a fucking 40. I really enjoyed this movie.
Again.
I'm gonna watch it again. I would recommend somebody watching this movie. But
it could have been longer.
I would have been okay with that.
What runtime are we looking at for that?
It was like an hour and a half. It was like 91 minutes. I think.
Yeah, a 1 hour 27 minutes.
27 minutes.
I would have been good with a 2-hour runtime on this movie.
I'd have been okay with that. I think the concept was good.
Show me more exorcisms.
It could have went so much further after your girl's fucking possessed. Yes. Show what the hell happens to her. That was a great cliffhanger ending. But I love that ending. I love the ending. Yeah. But it makes me want to know, if they have a part 2, it needs to follow that storyline.
There's never going to be a part 2.
Not because of Rotten Tomatoes scoring this shit so goddamn low.
Because they're a bunch of pricks. And I know we probably have some audience members who also scored in their audience score. You need to be better.
Stop it. Do better.
Do better. We expect more.
I want a itemized list of what you took away from this fucking movie.
In fact, I wish our fans would go on to Rotten Tomatoes and start fucking upping some of the movies that we up. If you agree with us.
It fucking scares the shit out of me that we have people that work for Rotten Tomatoes that follow us. They're probably going to give us horrible reviews.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
Exactly.
Write my script and just fucking send it to me. So we'll talk all kinds of shit about how great fucking Sharknado was.
But this is also another call for people to actually be active with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
If you like movies that Rotten Tomatoes is shitting on, go and make your voice heard because guess what?
A lot of times we'll get really shitty Rotten Tomatoes scores and really amazing audience scores.
Yeah. Well, not just that. People go to look at Rotten Tomatoes before they watch a movie, especially an older movie.
Yeah.
So, if someone they saw Inception was free on Prime, say.
And they went to look it up.
And they went to look it up and they're like, oh, man, that looks kind of neat. Let me see what the Rotten Tomatoes score says. And it's a 24%. Don't get me wrong. People know that Rotten Tomatoes is a bunch of douchebags. So they don't
I think that's mostly known at this point.
Like, when I go through, I'll normally look at audience scores.
Yeah.
And they see a 24%, they're not going to waste their fucking time.
No, they're going to say, oh, it's a shit movie. It's getting crapped on. I'm not going to waste my time and watch this fucking movie. And you're taking away from all the hard work that went into these movies, and they're really good movies. And then you're giving an audience to people. That's why we have 6 fucking Sharknadoes.
Exactly.
That is why we have 6 Sharknado movies.
Yeah.
This Sharknado 6 has time travel.
That's why Freddy's Dead was a thing.
That's why. Because, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Repossessed.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Stop it. Just fucking stop it.
All the other movies that we shit on, we just sat there and had to watch. And shit on. That's why there's like 9 fucking scary movies.
We have like an ongoing feud with Rotten Tomatoes at this point. I think that they all hate us.
Yeah, fuck Rotten Tomatoes, dude.
Y'all are killing my
That's why Terrifier is a thing.
Yes. See, Terrifier. That's a fucking example of a movie that was complete shit.
And what was Terrifier rated? Do you remember?
I want to say it was in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. That movie was complete shit. It was just gore for gore's sake. There was no storyline. There was no character development. I didn't care about anyone in this fucking movie. It was just shock content for the sake of being shock content. You did not need to hang a woman upside down by her ankles and then cut her in half with a fucking saw. Yeah. That's shock content just for the sake of saying, oh, Saw did this and Hostel did this. Let's cut this bitch in half.
Terrifier was 64% and 55%.
And there's no fucking reason that. So you're literally telling me that this movie is rated lower.
By half, easily.
By way more than what it fucking should be. So y'all are sitting out there thinking that Terrifier is a better movie than this. Do not go off of Rotten Tomatoes scores, because I'm telling you right now,
And look,
no
some of you may like Terrifier. I do not begrudge you that.
No, I get it. It's subjective.
Because at the end of the day, we're just two assholes that decided to get on fucking YouTube and all
start
these other,
yelling at people.
Yeah,
and we enjoy
and each other. It's fun. We're just having fun. But we also it's a discussion. We also make our arguments for why we think movies are rated where we rate them.
Yes.
And we ask for input from our audience. Tell us why you think it's better. Tell us why you think it's worse.
If you love the Terrifier, this is all subjective. You're gonna like things that I'm not gonna fucking like. However, if you rate the Terrifier very fucking high up on your list as amazing movies, I'm never gonna take your advice on what movies to watch ever. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, well, some people have like that one odd movie that they like.
What's your odd movie?
I don't know offhand.
Oh,
I don't know. What's yours?
My odd movie that I fucking like.
Zombievers.
Zombievers. Yeah, I'm about to say that have to be the only one. That's my oddball ass movie. Look, Zombievers is in no way a fucking Academy winning fucking movie. It's fun. I've watched it several times, and every time I've watched it, I have been drunk with friends, and we're laughing our fucking asses off at this. Look at this shit. It's fucking stupid.
I'd have to think on it. I don't know which one is my odd movie. I know like there's movies I like Darkness Falls that get shit on, but I know I'm not alone.
No, Darkness Falls got shit on for retarded reasons. I hated that crap. I don't know what the fuck happened. We doing Wild Card remake?
Yeah, let's knock out Wild Card remake.
All right, Wild Card remake. All right, we are remaking Incarnate. However, it's going to be constant upstaging by a minor character. It's going to have to be your Vatican chick.
Oh, but the Vatican chick or the hot chick that works for him?
You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that.
Because she was hot.
They could have followed her more throughout this movie. I'd have been okay with that.
Mostly from behind.
Yeah, I followed her. I use that word appropriately. You need to be standing behind her as she walks down the street in yoga pants. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but give us another one.
I think that her in the fucking background upstage and doing some. All right, let's see. So remake, but set in total darkness. Fuck that. I'm out. I'm not even watching this movie.
Dude.
That's scary as shit.
That'd be fucking terrifying.
Fucking growling and fucking possess people in the darkness and you can't see shit. Fuck that.
Kids just talking mad shit. Sound like an 80-year-old fucking lifetime smoker.
I will torture you. Fuck you.
Again, I love my kids, bro, but they're not staying at the house.
Yeah, we'll drop you off to your new family.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying you couldn't take it to a church.
No, if anything happens like that with possession or oppression, you take your fucking kid and you bring him to a church. And
I'm not taking him.
I'd take my
The
kid.
church can come get. Dude, you know what kind of shit goes on in a car? Have you seen Annabelle?
Yes, I have. The levitation thing for me was a bit much. The levitation thing for me was a bit much.
I loved it. I thought it was fucking great.
I didn't because we're trying to explain scientifically.
Okay.
And explain that. We're gonna just movie it and say that it's because of the energy and stuff, and he can exert the energy and he can change conditions to where a person can fucking float.
And not just that, it's just the energy.
Hey, if this movie's set in total darkness, there's no floating.
Yeah, that energy output. The outputting of energy, just that fucking massive amount of fucking energy required to release this demon or fighting with this demon.
You're gonna give the argument as whereas I like some of these people who focus their chi and they're able to put their entire body weight on a fucking nail and be okay.
Not go through.
It's still not the same as floating though, dude.
You have people that supposedly levitate when they meditate.
I don't think that's ever been proven though.
Like Tibetan monks and shit like that, they say that they don't allow fucking cameras and shit, but they claim that when they harness their chi and they meditate, then they levitate.
Let's get this mental picture of the little kid from Avatar.
I know, I just did too.
That
ain't no shit.
Crossed. I forget his name, but we got the blue arrow on his head, little Avatar kid.
That's what I'm going with. That's my rationalization.
Okay, I'll cede that and say that there are things that are unexplained.
You cede anything?
Sometimes.
I've seen your ex-wife.
It happens. It was a sham. But I will say that, okay, there are things that are unexplained. But typically, when you can't find a scientific explanation, that's when a spiritual one comes through. Yeah. And if you're looking at it from that scientific standpoint where you look at it as a parasite and it's an energy, it's really hard to negate any spirituality within that.
But at the same time, too, you may be looking at a case of where lines are starting to blur between the spiritual and the scientific.
Okay. Fair. That's a fair point.
Because he's starting to look at it. That's a fair point.
And that's why I had a problem with it in this movie, because I was like, we're trying to get away from the religious side, the spiritual side of it. And
he is, but the movie's not.
Yeah, but he's focused on the fucking movie,
He is. He's focused on the science side of it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's still labeled as an archdemon.
Oh, yeah.
The Vatican's still calling him in. We're still involved in the spiritual in the movie.
How many fucking archdemons are there?
I'm sure a few.
They've got to have a few. I mean, we have quite a few archangels.
Yeah.
I think there's
6.
Yeah, about 6 or 7. It's a good bit of them. But that's you got to figure that's some of the big dogs.
Yeah.
So why is he weak in this movie? Why can he only take over? You would think if he's that level of a fucking demon, because there's a hierarchy of angels and demons. I mean, any religious book or any text that you read, there's a hierarchy where you have the God who's commander in chief up all on this side. They have his archangels, his guardian angels, all these angels that go all the way down the line.
It's not that he's weak in reference to
you're saying that
he's
be
thrown out.
You're saying that he's weak in the fact that he hasn't been feeding properly, like he hasn't been absorbing.
He's weak and he can only inhabit the feeble and the weak.
Okay.
It's not that he's weak.
Okay. And see, I was thinking that the way the movie was implying was that he could only attach himself to people who are weak because
remember, this parasite is basically on the same spectrum as other people's souls. Therefore, if it's inhabiting a vessel that already has that another presence like it already within, it has to go for something that's weak. Therefore, because there's not enough room in there.
Okay, that makes sense.
To inhabit a fully matured body's vessel.
Makes sense. So it's kind of like how they say there's a demon who's responsible for all, like there's a demon that handles like alcoholism and a demon that handles wrath and a demon that handles. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
it's a fair point.
All right, guys. Well, find us on. Oh goddamn,
we are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We be everywhere.
All right, find us on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Pandora, Google Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and now on Amazon Music.
Amazon Music podcast, guys.
They just launched their podcast section, and we were on the ground floor whenever they launched. So
yes, a great deal of it because of you guys. Thanks for all the likes.
Yep. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Bye.